actually save you 15% or more on car insurance? Did the little piggy cry wee, wee, wee all the way home?
Max. Wait! Maxwell!
Yeah.
You're home.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Mrs. A.
Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Penny for your thoughts.
You think I could retire early?
Good question.
A new coach. And a game to get to. And rear cross-traffic braking. And peace of mind. The all-new 2025 Equinox. And Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Good morning. How are you?
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Full side for a homer.
Interviews with the players.
Going out there and winning. You know, that's what the U.S. is about.
And a little bit.
Honestly, couldn't be more honored and humbled to do it again. We're going there with 1 minute.
Everything else.
There's got to be an ingredient to this. Strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Only on MLB Network.
Baseball and community go hand in hand. When a pitch, hit, and run, you can make a lasting impact. Register to showcase the foundational skills of young athletes from your local community in the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball, known as Pitch, Hit, and Run. Make an impact today. Hit, and run. Scan the QR code to sign up and host an event.
Forget about it!
Game 2 against the Philadelphia Phillies. Another perfect day for some ball. Game time weather is presented by Beach Florida. 75 degrees. 10 mile per hour. It's at 43% humidity. I think Jeffrey Springs was no problem in this weather pitching to the Phillies tonight. Speaking of the Phillies, here's their lineup brought to you by your Northern California Honda dealers. Well, it's Trey Turner leading off. He has multi-hit games in 4 of the last 5. Castellanos there, and Weston Let's see if a couple left-handers did exchange recipes. We see two in first pitch strikes. He was attacking the strike zone early. We saw last night with Southpaw Jacob Lopez do the very same thing, and he was able to knife his way through this lineup. And it's not about learning something from the other individual. It's just about taking notes on how the other team was reacting to the way that Lopez was attacking the strike zone. And with Jeffrey Springs' ability to add some trouble. Lopez had quite literally one finish in his entire start, and it was in this situation. First Trey Turner just 3 hits last night, including a solo from the first. Another RBI in the 9th. Well, Phillies used to sending a guy by the name of Kyle Schwarber up there. We've always talked about how he is a man in scoring position just with a bat in his hand. But Trey Turner, I think one of those guys that we see across the league, a combination of speed and power. Now it may not be a ton of power, but you can't make a mistake in Trey, especially in the count. Chopper foul. Umpiring crew tonight. Now behind the plate, it's Chad Fairchild, Roberto Ortiz at first, Austin Jones at second, and Bill Miller, the crew chief, is at pitch and battles but misses on the outside corner, so Turner will draw the off walk. Here's the defense for the A's tonight. Starting the outfield from left to right, Soderstrom, Clark, and Andujar, Schumann and Wilson on the left side of the infield, Urias and Kurtz on the right side, with Langeliers as the backstop for Jeffrey Springs. Bryce Harper now up, snaps a 7-game hitting streak after an 0-for-3 performance last night, was hit by 2 pitches. Once in his back left forearm elbow area, and then one off his foot as well. And he was not terribly excited about either instance. One thing that Rob Thompson and the Phillies can be excited about is his production in his last 7 games. 407, a homer and 7 runs batted in over his last 7. Phil's 4th season at the helm. Feels like a nice little heater. 8 straight W's under their belt. Turner's breaking for second. A strike, the throw down to second, and Wilson is able to baseball in front on Trey Turner. And I think this actually did smoked Turner on the first in this instance here, given first base, and that allows him to take second base. And you see that kind of a swing from Bryce Harper. I mean, it's just aggression filled. 14 for 19 in swipes for Trey Turner. Harper. 2-2. Bouncing ball, and Urias can't get into his backhand. It rolls into right, and Andujar won't have a throw to the plate. Ball. So Turner scores, and the Phillies are awful. And this is exactly what happens when you start to put traffic on early. It's not like it's pressure. It's the big leagues. You got to be able to defend yourself. And here you can see Urias just looking for that extra little hop on the backhand that never came. Straight Turner speed. Safe for stealing second. Errant play. Phillies lead 1-0 early. It's Schwarber now, who went 0-for-3, much like Harper. 294 hitter against left-handed pitching this season. And to go from the micro to the macro, the Phillies, as a team hitting against lefties this year, have the highest average against left-handed pitching, a 280 team average against southpaws with 20 home runs and 74 batted in. Broken back, but foul. Schwarber has to get a good piece of work. It goes without saying that a lot of the struggle that we've seen in the stretch for the Athletics has been due in part to the inability to push runs across and get the time lead. It's also due in part to being behind the 8 ball early before you ever have a chance to crack the offensive code yourself. Of play. 11.7 average in the first inning. Well, and look, those are issues and those are things. I mean, it's probably a combination of this execution early on. Again, just over this last couple of weeks, 14 games. 7.63 ERA. 7.63. That's 104 earned runs and 122 pitches. It is tough to win ball games like that. 3-2 to Schwarber. And he pops it up a mile high to shallow right. Urias in the sun, and he makes the catch back.
Ball.
Well, it is Mr. Fairchild behind the dish this evening. Calling balls and strikes. Chad Fairchild. Sandusky, Ohio. And for lefties, we got a couple southpaws on the bump tonight. Strike zone, much hotter when you start working arm side. So you think about the run for the left-handers on the fastball. They had a good changeup. Things working away from the righties. Castellanos clubs one to right center field. Clark was on his horse to get to the baseball, but he won't get there to play it off the wall. Harper streaking around third. Urias will throw it to the plate, but it will be late. And a double for Castellanos makes it 2-0 Philadelphia. Well, it's a first pitch strike. Unfortunately, just never makes its way to Langoliers. Instead, it finds the gap up there. Denzel Clark can't get to it. And you know it's well hit. Denzel can't track it down. And Bryce Harper, who reached via that error, comes all the way around from first. And the Phillies up 2-0 here early. A's are on a 8-game winning streak. The A's on a 10-game losing streak. It's now 13 doubles on the year for Castellanos. JT Realmuto, who has been the model of consistency behind the plate for a long time. But Chris, this is what we were alluding to. First couple innings, 27. I mean, it's just. I mean, and it is. It's. I think at a certain time it becomes a mental hurdle that you have to clear because Jeffrey Springs has been thinking to himself, well, we've been here before. Here we go again. But he'll strike out Realmuto. Strikeout for Jeffrey Springs at 2-1. This is the pitch on top of the slider that was really working for him in his last outing. Get to fish down and expand. Alec Boehm on a 5-game hitting streak is up and taken away. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 for 4 with an RBI double. Scored last night. 269 this year for Philadelphia. We talk about winning the first inning. That's still possible for the A's. Sure. Because they're going to need an offensive inning of 2 or more to at least match Philadelphia. I'll be honest, that was one of the lies that I told myself. If things were not going well for me early in the ballgame, hey, don't worry about it. 2 spot here in the first. We have to score runs to win the ballgame ourselves. Hold them here, and we're good. 2 in the air and out of play. We'll see Fanatics. A lot of red behind the first base dugout. The Phillies faithful have traveled well here in West Sacramento. Fanatic, is that the best mascot in sports? It might be. I mean, all of sports you're talking. Strong statement. He's a cult hero, to say the least, the Fanatic. Didn't he scare you last year? But for me, really, I think the bone he had to pick with my man Ray Fosse, that was a fire that burned for a while.
That's why you're not accepting him as the greatest.
1-2, a swing and a miss, and Springs strikes out two. But does also give up two before it's let you know.
Ball. Right. Right.
With two of the young guns rounding out the order. And it is a second showdown this evening here in West South. The flip side of that coin is Christopher Sanchez, who has been slicing and dicing. The lefty has put together a nice little three-start stretch worth of quality starts. Phillies have played well when Sanchez is on the mound. He'll miss again, 2 balls and no strikes. He mentioned quality starts. 3 of his last 4 starts have been quality starts. 5 total quality starts this year for Sanchez of his 9. 7 of his 9 starts, the Phillies have ended up winning the game. 2-0 is in for a strike, 2-1. You also have to remember this Phillies team is built to go deep into the postseason, already 33-18. I think when you start to evaluate what the Phillies have and what they could be looking for, when you've gotten a good look at their lineup, really in just game 1, you see how things have gone here early in game 2. And I think you understand some of the noise around the Phillies here as of late. 3-1, that's line fair down the third baseline. That'll tuck into the corner. Wilson runs first. He's in the second. Is determined to be lodged underneath the wall. So a double for Wilson, and that's how we'll start off the bottom of the first. And there's no reason that the Athletics can't throw a counter punch here in the first themselves, and it's going to start with Jackie Wilson. He catches a baseball that starts to run back to that arm side. Probably a little more of the plate than he wanted, and Jay Willie's able to turn and burn. Back in the 2 spot. See that note though, Dallas last 3 games, 3 for 32 with runners in scoring position. Well, and on top of that lackluster result, Chris, they've left 31 runners on base. Listen to his job getting aboard. Rooker in the 2-hole trying to drive him in. There's been cleaned up. More recently, back in the spot where he spent 30 some odd games this year, following up the leadoff man. And a wave and miss on a good changeup, 1-2. Sanchez is pretty good on the road, 2-1, 2.66 ERA in 4 starts away from Citizens Bank Park. From the stretch, the 1-2. Rooker takes down low on a changeup, 2 balls and 2 strikes. to start to see Sanchez maybe open up the arsenal a bit. It's not a very extended arsenal. Heads up. It's a 3-pitch mix. 2-seamer, sinker, however you want to categorize it. Slider, and then the changeup that we've got to get already. What do you think with his arm angle and that movement on the fastball, the slider? 2-2 is a called strike 3 on the inside. Can tunnel. 2-2 is a called strike 3 on the inside corner-ish. And to check out the Phillies defense after the first out was reported. Wilson in left, Rojas in center, Castellanos in right, Bowman, Harper on the corners with Turner and Stott up the middle, and then JT Realmuto behind the plate. And with Christopher Sanchez working from the third base side of the road, with the run he has on that fastball, he's able to create just different angles, different looks. So I think out of the hand, Brent Rooker sees ball and really finished the ball. There's a strike, 1-1. Denzel Clark was rung up a couple of times last night. Pitches that his own might have expanded a bit. Solution with Wilson on second. Chopper up the middle. Turner moves over, will move Wilson up 90 feet, but it is the second out of the Phillies defensive half. You can see Sanchez thought about throwing to the other. Trey Turner. Qualified A's hitters, Shea Langeliers has hit the best against lefties, .438. He just got ahead in the count. When he gets ahead in the count,